Welcome back. And this next story of a boy from Kingaroy, well, left me speechless. But if there's one thing you can say about Dean Clifford, he sure isn't speechless. In fact, this 29-year-old has battled a rare, disfiguring genetic disease to become a sought-after motivational speaker. John Miller meets the bloke who calls himself the dead man working.
Timing, you know that. Thank you. The title for this presentation is called Dead Man Working. Just summed me up in a nutshell, basically. 3 simple words which I should have died many years ago. Numerous times I was right on that edge of, and no one thought I'd be able to do anything with my life.
It was the last day of term, actually, the last day of school term, and it was at a social venue. I saw Dean standing alone, and I just walked up to him and said, "Hello, how are you?" And instantly there was a recognition of a person that was emanating happiness. We had a chat for a while, had a few beers together, and then it was at that stage I realised that he was a motivational speaker, and suggested that he might like to come here to the school and speak to our students, and he was more than accommodating.
I just am so passionate about getting out there and spreading what I hope is an important message for everybody, and that's basic, that drives me.
We've used the word inspirational a lot in this series, but this young Queenslander embodies the concept. Dean Clifford touches the lives of everyone he meets in a very positive way. A good example is the rapt attention of this group of Year 10 girls at Brisbane Girls Grammar.
Firstly, I changed my attitude and got the attitude to succeed again. Then I got rid of all the negativity, because the reality is yourself and negativity are the 2 only things that will stop every single one of you here today from chasing your goals. I found out in about January that I was selected to carry the torch in June of that year. And so I had about 6 months to try to get myself out of the wheelchair once and for all and be able to walk. For me, that little day with the Olympic torch, that was my grand final.
The fact that Mr. Clifford is so capable of achieving what he wants to.
He's extremely inspirational, and he has really inspired me to go far and to make goals and achieve them.
If I can even achieve a fraction of what Dean's achieved in his life, I would be so happy and so successful.
Surrounding yourself with the people that are going to be there to support you, to guide you, and to encourage you when things might be harder than you first thought.
Those people have included Broncos Shane Webke and Brad Thorne.
Brad Thorne is one of my best mates, one of my oldest mates, and I created this program under his guidance. It's unbelievable. A little kid 3 or 4 years ago couldn't lift a bottle of water, anything heavier than that, is now lifting in the gym, lifting big weights and doing amazing things. It's amazing. And all comes back to that mental attitude and that focus to never admit defeat that I live my life by. That is me achieving the impossible. That is something that is insane to think myself or anybody would be able to achieve. There are those days when things are working against me and things are really hard and pain levels are increased, or hear a comment when I'm out at a concert with my friends, or have someone drop a glass out of shock. It happens from time to time. Might touch me to a degree, but it doesn't penetrate my confidence and my desire to be myself and live my life.
This is someone who's moved up a couple of levels in the cognitive stairway, if you know what I mean. He transcended all that normal reaction.
Tomorrow, actually, I'll be celebrating my 29th birthday. Is considered by many as nothing short of an absolute miracle.
Dean is surrounded by a tight-knit group of loyal friends and a loving family. In particular, a very proud mum and dad.
Just the determination and He just wants to get out there and spread his word and tell his story and maybe give other people a bit of inspiration and motivation to do things.
I think he was about 21. He decided that he had a story to tell, and he just started off slowly with local schools where we lived, and he's just climbed the ladder. He's just gone on further and further than any of us would have imagined, and he has got a story to tell.
I think there's always fight in everybody. Sometimes people have no idea how much they're capable of until they're put in a situation that they never thought they'd be able to find a way out of.
I think it's a story I'm never going to forget. It's always something I'm going to remember and come back to when times do get tough, and I just remember this story and it'll help me keep going.
I've always thought that happiness is a choice, and Mr. Clifford is one of the most naturally positive people that I've ever heard speak.
I'm nothing special as a person. I'm not superhuman strong. I'm not super intelligent. If I can encourage those that are down on themselves or struggling with themselves to push all that to a side and chase what they want, yeah, I think I've got a great life. It's jam-packed.
He's the boy from Kingaroy who calls himself the dead man working. And if there's ever living proof that you can beat a debilitating genetic condition, then young Dean has proven that's what you can do. But to do that, you need the right stuff. And he's got lots of that. Coming up next, more Inside Queensland.
We hope you've enjoyed Inside Queensland. This is our final program in this series. We hope that you've been inspired by the stories of so many of our state's unsung heroes. John and I have certainly been enriched by meeting such a wonderful group of people. And we know there are many more just like them out there, so please tell us about them. Many of our unsung heroes have said, "Why me? I don't do anything special." Well, you do, and we'd be a poorer community without you. All of the stories from the series, plus Inside Queensland reports from the road, pictures and more, can be found on the Inside Queensland website. On behalf of the entire team, see you next time, Inside Queensland.